Everybody is taunted, so that's pretty good. Let's see if Antinua can kill her. She's dead. Nathalia is almost dead as well. So I wanted to pause this right here because I have gotten some questions from my friends, some DMs saying, hey, how do I beat Mythesia teams? Hello, everybody. My name is BearCozy, and today we're playing some more Awaken Chaos Era. If it's your first time here, I strive to make not only entertaining, but also educational videos, and I try to put as much value into my content as I can. For some of you that have been here for a while and have seen my videos, you know that I like to make account progress videos because for me, the fun is all in progression. And today, what I want to do is I want to run some Void Tower. I want to finish normal Void Tower. Since Void Tower reset not too long ago, we've climbed most of it together. Right now, I stopped on floor 87. This time around, I did not film floors 1 through 50. I started somewhere around floor 66, and we filmed the next 20. So what I want to do today is I want to go ahead and finish Void Tower, hit floor 100, talk about the last 10 levels. We're going to go ahead and run that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to claim all of these rewards, and then we are going to summon these together. Once normal Void Tower is finished, hard Void Tower will open up, and I am going to be making videos on that. Moving on to Void Tower, this is the team that has been working for me, and I've made it 287 so far in auto, and then I stopped for sake of time to go ahead and edit the video, and then I also showed off my stats and their gear as well. So right now, I have to double check to see if Antinua has any gear, because right now, Antinua has been sharing gear with Sierra and Garel. Garel has taken most of her gear as well, and I am rotating those back and forth. So there we go. I found him. Garel had the ring, the necklace, and the chest piece. So we're going to go ahead and swap that gear, and then we'll go right into Void Tower. All right, going into floor 90, here's what we're going to start it off, because the last levels is where it gets challenging, the last 10 levels, and the last 10 levels are also a lot more fun. So I changed it up a little bit. I did take out Brand Mountain King, and I did put in Lunar Mythesia. Lunar Mythesia is only level 50, as you could see. Winstrix is only level 40, but that's actually the team that I used for Hard Void Tower last time around. I did not make a video on that, but I will make it going forward. I was still working on gear and still trying to gear my heroes, and I waited till the last couple of days, I think the last 2 days of Void Tower, and I made it to level 40 of Hard Void Tower. So that was pretty cool. I made it all the way to level 40. I wasn't able to clear level 40, unfortunately, but I made it through a lot of the floors in Hard, and Hard does scale quite a bit faster than normal. So on normal, if you're still running normal, I know a lot of my friends get stuck around floor 90 or so, and on normal, you can literally just use Winstrix if you have Winstrix. Winstrix helps. You don't need her because you don't really need the speed. You will need Winstrix most likely in Hard because the enemies are a lot faster. But you can use Antinua or Zatlux, and then you can use Nathalia or Evira. So those two will work really well, and then you kind of mix and match. So floor 90 is done. Going into 91. 91 is going to be fairly easy as well. We're going to go in with Winstrix, buff everybody up, give them a speed boost, which is not very needed here, but it is very needed in Hard Void Tower. The only caveat to that is unless you have everybody in speed boots, and if you have all of your heroes in speed boots, you do sacrifice a lot of other stats for speed. So it's very, very hard for me right now to put everyone in speed boots because I do need that extra crit damage and the extra attack. So if you are endgame, you're probably not watching this video because you have everybody in speed boots and everybody is 170 plus. All my heroes are around 130 to 140. The only exception being is Winstrix is over 200, and Lunar Mythesia is somewhere around 168, I believe. I am working on getting her faster, and as I get better gear, I will do that. So this is working out okay. We'll see if Nathalia dies here. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. If we have to, we'll manual it, but for right now, we're just going to auto it. Lunar Mythesia is very, very good. I use this, almost this exact comp in Arena. I go in with Winstrix, go right into Lunar Mythesia with the AoE taunt, and then I double nuke. Right now, that is the best comp that's working for me. There goes Antinua. See if she can finish him off. Boom, dead. And that's the best thing that I found to work for me so far. I want to pause it right here because this floor actually has not only Nathalia, but also Mythesia. I know a bunch of my friends are actually struggling with Mythesia, myself included, and primarily because Nathalia is blue, which means she's water. She is weak to Mythesia, so a lot of the attacks get deflected. Now in here, Avira would be good, and Valeria would be even better, making Valeria strong element. I don't have Valeria myself, and I know a lot of my friends are struggling with fire heroes, myself included. That is why I don't have any in here. I could probably use Garel. Garel will probably do pretty good in here. He does have a lot of sustain, and I wanted somebody with a little bit more of a nuker. But here's what we're going to do. If you're struggling with Mythesia in Void Tower, and Mythesia teams in Arena, what we're going to do is I'm going to use Winstrix to reset Lunar Melisa's ultimate, because she did use it on auto in the first wave. So I'm going to reset her ultimate so we can AoE taunt everybody. Then I'm going to go in. Actually, let's do this. Let's go in with the heal to give Nathalia another buff. And then we're going to go in with the AoE taunt. So the way to win versus Mythesia teams is you have to AoE taunt them. Nathalia is going to do her thing, hopefully kill some of them. Let's see what happens here. I don't expect her to kill Mythesia. Yeah, of course, nobody dies. We do have Antanua. Everybody is taunted, so that's pretty good. Let's see if Antanua can kill her. She's dead. Nathalia is almost dead as well. So I wanted to pause this right here because I have gotten some questions from my friends, some DMs saying, hey, how do I beat Mythesia teams? I'm struggling. So you have to target Mythesia first, and if you get into a situation where she's not dead, you can bring in a AoE taunter. That is the best way. And then if that doesn't work, on the second wave, you can use a stun just like that, and then she will die. So control is the name of the game in Arena, especially in Hard Void Tower. You have to bring control. At least that's been what's been working for me. Right now, I don't have a ton of damage. I can't nuke all the way through them. So by using the AoE taunt and then going into the stun, and then of course we're going to bring in the stun water spell, which is the water prison, which was used on auto on the first wave. So if you want to manual the first wave to save the water prison, you can do that. And that will work out really well. And that will control Mythesia for at least 3 rounds. So you can not only kill her, but kill some of her team as well. So there we go. I hope that helps. Let's skip forward a couple of floors and go right to the end. Skipping a few floors right to floor 99. We're going to do the last 2. This one has Mythesia as well. So we're going to rinse and repeat. And as I've mentioned, I'm using Lunar Melisa for this. The unicorn. I call her Unicorn Melisa. I'm using her because I have her. She's pretty good. You can use Bruzak. You can use anybody that has an AoE taunt. Let's go ahead and see if we can target Mythesia there. You can use anybody that has a stun or an AoE taunt. That'll work. Some kind of control should work, or just a straight up nuke. Valeria should be able to completely annihilate Mythesia because she is a strong element and she does receive bonus damage. So that's kind of cool. And for the most part, I've been using Nathalia and Antanua because those are my two best heroes. I have used Zatlax in the past and I just wanted to switch it up. Antanua actually works really, really well in Endless Trial. And she is in a curse set, and she works amazing in there with the buffs. So I've been on an Antanua kick. And as I've mentioned, you don't need Winstrix. I'm using her because this is going to be my team going into Hard Void Tower. And this is what I'm going to be using. And I'll switch it up as needed. All right, let's get into the last floor, shall we? This one's a little tricky with cece over here. Cece and Crazed Urzak do make it a little bit difficult. We'll probably manual it just to make sure I clear it. So this time we are going to manual floor 100. What I am going to do is I'm going to give the speed up to everybody. Now as you can see, the turn order on the bottom, I did not need it because my team is going fast to begin with. They're going first. So I am going to save Melisa's AoE taunt. I'm just going to use her basic. And that's because what I plan on doing is killing everybody with Nathalia here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go in on the next turn. On the next wave, I am going to use Winstrix's special to refresh her own ultimate so we can use it next turn and we can make sure that everybody goes first. Same deal here. I'm just going to shoot off a couple of basics, another basic here, and then Nathalia, of course, her ultimate does reset when she does kill enemies, so I'm going to use her ultimate. That way it's up again. And as long as your heroes are faster than the enemies, which they should be, you really don't need a speed boost. So for this here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use the heal to help activate Nathalia's trait. Then I'm going to use the speed boost. Now, I don't need it here, but I do need the attack up to activate Nathalia's trait. As you could see, all of my heroes were going first to begin with, so I don't need Winstrix, and neither do you. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the taunt here. It's not going to land on Cece because she is immune, sadly, but we're going to see if we can control her here. Let's go ahead and use the stun to take that off of her since everybody else is taunted. She is immune, of course, but that buff that she has comes off. So now we can damage her, which is very, very nice. So we're not wasting Nathalia's nuke. So there we go. Now you get the choice. Urzag's not going to kill us. I think we're going to go ahead and kill Cece here. She's just like Mythesia. She's bad news. And Antanua takes a few more turns. And then, well, 3 already. And then she's going to take a 4th. Let's see if we can just kill Urzag from here. Boom! There he goes. He's dead. And Williams by himself. What we're going to do is I'm just going to refresh Antanua here. And this we can either taunt or stun. Or refresh Melisa, excuse me. We can either taunt or stun him. And then that's GG. That's how you do that. So whether it's CC, whether it's Mythesia, any healers, Yolanda as well, that is how you want to do it. You want to target them. You want to crowd control them with taunts, with stuns, and that is how you do it. So I hope this was helpful. I'm going to go over their gear very quickly because I did just recently make a video going over all of their stats and all of their gear. And I know the people that saw that video are going to check out at this point, and that will hurt my analytics. We are going to claim this. I am going to claim all of these on camera. I'm really excited for the Ancient Summoning Crystal, and I want to make a video popping shards. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. To save time in this video, let's go over all their gear and their stats very quickly. As I've mentioned, Winstrix is only level 40. She is primarily in Raider boots and Raider set. She's in 3 Raider sets, primarily 4 speed. Here are her stats. She is 244 speed, and her boots are not leveled all the way up. We are going to move right along to, let's move right along. Who's going next? Where's the goat? We're going to move right along to the goat if I can find her. She's here somewhere. You don't need her, but she does work really well in Hard Void Tower. There she is. She is level 50. If we look at her gear, she's primarily in a revival set because in Hard Void Tower, they nuke very, very hard. And I just threw some gear on her just for stats. And as you can see, nothing's really leveled up too high except for the ring. And the boots are level 12. The ring is 15. And that's that. Looking at her stats, she's at 168. I did get a couple of copies of her, surprisingly. I didn't realize it until I went to actually build her. And she's at 168, 18,000 HP, and only level 50. So she does have a lot of room to improve there. Nathalia is next. I do have the awesome skin on her. And I do have a couple of Ascend potions for her. We'll go through that together as well. So Nathalia is at 137 speed, and as you could see, at 137 speed, she was fast enough to go before all of the enemies in regular Void Tower. So you really don't need a speed up from Winstrix. You can use Connor. He's very easy to get. So her attack is 3,600. Her crit damage is 223. As long as you have close to 200% crit damage, you should be fine in Void Tower. Moving on to Antanua. As you can see, her attack is 3,800. Her speed is at 135 right after Nathalia, and that is primarily for finishing off anybody who is left. She is kind of like Zatlux. I'm using her to go last. Right now, she's got 210% crit damage, which is really, really nice, but she is missing a little bit of crit rate, so that's not too bad. She's missing 4.5%, but it's working out okay. Her attack is at 3,800, almost 3,900, and I'm going to try to work on pushing that over 4K. So there it is. Those are the stats. As I've mentioned, there are lots of heroes that you can use. I'm just using what I have. I am working on building Evira. I have not tried Garel. I'm sure Garel can probably work, although Antanua has all of his gear. You can use Hydrisia as well. Instead of using Winstrix, if you don't have Winstrix to speed up your team, you can actually use Hydrisia to speed down the enemy team. However, Hydrisia is going to need to go before the enemy team so she can put the speed down on everybody, and that will drop their speed by 30. And she is in the current Magic Pass, so if you have not got her yet, go ahead and get her. You can build her if you don't have Winstrix, and you should be able to use her in the regular Void Tower as well as Hard Void Tower. And if you have Tia, you can use Tia as well. So I hope that helps. There's the progression. I like to make progression videos because I really enjoy the progress. I like claiming the rewards. And in the very near future, we're going to claim all of those rewards and pop all of those shards together. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Hit the subscribe button down below. That will help my channel to grow. And if you hit the thumbs up, that will tell the YouTube algo to reach more people like you, and that will help to drive the video forward. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.